You know, make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow if you like. Let's go ahead and hop into some of these messages. Okay. Wise man once said, you somebody need to get it together because it's like um people, assuming it's something that how like people just try to take certain things and try to cause you to feel some type of way. Also, there's conversations going on as we speak. Okay. Someone's name could be Leon or something like that. For somebody, you will be informed that, like, I'm telling you, when your first enemy, your first form of jealousy and envy comes from your own a mother figure, child, that creates beasts. Okay, do you hear me? That will make anybody or anything a monster. Okay, you can overcome any and everything. Maybe you motherfuckers think you don't like it. But have your ass over there singing that song from damn R. Kelly. I wish, I wish, I wish. You should have wished on a motherfucking a star. You had a better bet than that. Instead of them trying to play, dirty games and trying to play in your face just to gain some kind of thing or something from you. Because there'll be a person willing to always try to accuse somebody of something that it is them that really do that. Like a conversation where Sheila had tried to describe to me that her brother Nat said he was cheating on his wife, but like say if the wife came in and caught him cheating and she started swinging on the person he was cheating with, that he was gonna hold the girl down that he was cheating on and let the wife beat her up. I was like, y'all are fucking demented. That's when I knew. I was like, yeah, you a messy bitch. And you thought that shit was funny and cool to tell me that. That's when I knew. I was like, All right, so pay attention to the details, government federals, something that could be going on within the last 24 to 72 hours. Right now, the FBI, the feds, and the government have already made a deal with somebody. Someone has been telling any and everything. So anybody at this time, if you run into any kind of issues of people trying to knock on your doors, people making false reports, if there's police officers and shit like that, or people, if you stay on properties, apartments and stuff like that, and you get kind of letters through the doors or any type of complaints, let's just say everybody is all eyes on ground. Because I did clearly see where it's like, for somebody, you do have good folks watching you. So if you felt like wasn't nobody good watching you, there actually is, okay? Food for thought, most of the time, it be your own folks that could be trying to, like, get you in trouble, cause issues and stuff like that. So also be mindful of that. Sometimes it be the people that you keep closest that like I said, I use them terms so loosely. Oh, a bestie and stuff like that. Those usually be the motherfuckers setting you up, okay? What do we have for these people? Somebody, a grandmother or a grandfather or a grandparent who started some gossip. For somebody got a grandma that run their mouth too motherfucking much. You hear me? Like, everybody fucking business, just because you the grandma or whatever, you supposed to be the fucking matriarch. Shut the fuck up about everybody's business, because if you quit running your mouth to people who cannot fucking come up with a solution in situations. I cannot stand people like that. Always running their mouth about situations, but do you have a fucking solution? You quick to talk about somebody, but let their ass talk about you. Someone you are or were being targeted, okay? For somebody's siblings, somebody, you had these people talking about you because it's like, it's something very special about you. Somebody did something like around the time they was like 25. But for somebody, these people right here, could be, like I said, usually folks really close to you that's always doing this stuff to you. They facing 25 to life anyway, okay? Somebody unbeknownst to you, whether you knew it or not, you could probably have some ties to the United Kingdom or to Europe, or someone could something, or you could be a person, okay? Pay attention to details. You could be a part of the United Kingdom. I'm not sure what y'all call y'all people out there. You know, we got the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which they do work internationally, but I think y'all's is like Interpol. So someone, you could be from the United Kingdom and your siblings, and it was like either a grandma or grandpa, if they're both alive, it's both of them that created some kind of family gossip that's caused you to be like teamed up on. So if you're from the United Kingdom in particularly, because that's who's out here, your grandma and your family and your siblings, like this is fucked up. Because sometimes, like I said, it be your own folks that cause you to get targeted in a situation, like say if it's some shit going on in the neighborhood. Like I know over there in the UK right now, it's a lot of people, you know, doing those, you know, getting cut up, sliced up and stuff like that. And this is like your folks, like your siblings and your family is the cause of this, okay? They also been doing like burning bowl rituals. They started doing this in like January last year. Somebody, man, like if you had made an announcement about a pregnancy, you was pregnant or you wanted to be pregnant, these motherfuckers went as far as trying to do voodoo or hoodoo work on you. Also, be mindful, don't eat no food from these folks, because if you are with child, these will be people that your family, your grandma or these siblings, that could be like trying to find out, like maybe you got somebody in the family that practice and they're gonna try to put stuff in your food or whatever. For somebody, you had a situation, I don't know where you are in the world, or ultrasound or something like that. I'm getting somebody might get like the vaginal one done first, and someone is gonna find something, okay? So congratulations to somebody if that's something that you wanted. For somebody, it may not have been. It may have been something unwarranted, and they've been, you know, was trying to conceal it just to try to make a psychological game. Okay, so we got Ireland. So someone, you could have been targeted by these people as well. Okay, public apology, that he will protect you by all means, okay? These people were the ones also that could have been part of something happening to you, okay? So someone got ties to the United Kingdom and Ireland. Also, these could have been people from the United Kingdom and Ireland with this hitman here. They could have had people that they know that had ties there to come here to try to take you out. I'm hearing Assyria, something like that, something. But yeah, these people, somebody telling on somebody big time, okay? Somebody definitely fit get immunity, where I know that they could have got, you know, put away for this, but the immunity this person is getting, like, it's immaculate. And whoever this person is, I feel like the person's going to approach you because I feel like this person got a crush. Somebody, a hitman, has a crush on you. For somebody, even a person that you probably, did somebody sleep with the hitman unbeknownst to them? But I feel like it's the hitman that low-key, I'm not even for to hold nobody. I feel like the hitman is the reason why somebody, like a situation, like, is getting expedited to, like, be solved or something like that. I'm getting like an unsolved mystery, even though you could be resolving it, because you could probably be a reader or something like that. But this hitman, is one key detail that they told over the last 24 hours was the key that they needed, okay? For somebody, like I said, they could have hired people from Ireland, the United Kingdom, but somebody, the main source of this shit was a grandma, some family, and some damn siblings. I'm telling you, it's always your damn folks that had you targeted for a reason. For me, you want to know what's crazy? Because I had to create the card. Sheila and Patrick were the reason why I was targeted for some dumb shit. Siblings, family, gossiping and shit like that. But I was like, shit, I need the right fucking people to pull up. I need them Hawaiians and them Chicanos to put up on me, the Colombian ones, because the tea I had for them, shit, I told you I'll get justice one way or another. I promise you. I promise you I'll get it. For someone, the siblings had paid this Hispanic woman, this light-skinned woman, via cash or crypto, right? For this person to like come sleep with you. So so most definitely you could be a female and then they sent in a male or something, or whatever your preference is, they sent that person in. So basically, did somebody get pimped out low-key, unbeknownst to them? I mean, it just depends on how you look at it, but who gives a care? What else we got here? All right. So where they was trying to convince somebody that you was like aggressive or something, listen. Because I know I've been having to talk rough over these last like few days. I would apologize, but I ain't apologize about shit. I'm in an unapologetic era. Fuck that, bruh. Too much shit going on. But however, someone is overstanding. So you got positive criticism here, assertive person, and it's constructive. So however you deliver it is how you deliver it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people were deliberately, intentionally doing this shit. And it's just like, regardless how you strategically having to handle this, it's like, it's positive criticism. You know what I'm saying? This is also, you might be dealing with people that struggle to even fucking face themselves. They want all the motherfucking glory but can't face themselves. That's the sad part of this. Also, for someone, you had an aunt and a grandma, like say if there was a pregnancy, they were the cause of like something happening. But for somebody, listen, I'm telling you, congratulations to somebody. If you wanted it to happen, it happened. But I'm saying public apologies, that is what we'll protect by all means. So it's saying that whoever the father could be in this situation, I guess if you gave the information or once they find this information, I feel like, I don't know what the situation is, because I'm just seeing family related, and then whoever they're trying to pay to do something towards you. That's what I'm getting right now. Said hi. What? I don't know what you mean by that, child. Also, you know, if it was like a divorce going on for somebody, whether you know it or not, that divorce is coming your way. Listen, I'll be so fucking happy. Negative chords, whew, Jesus, because that's like a chord. Like, you not know in a certain situation when you, like, say for instance, when you're married, and most people don't know this, when you're in a married situation, and even though you probably ain't seen the motherfucking person in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, right? You still have a cord to them. You do. So like, say if like people doing hoodoo voodoo, right? You could have moved on, you're living your life or whatever the case may be. And the person that you think is going to go somewhere is going to be easily destroyed or taken away due to this simple fact, because you still have this connection to this person, whether you talk to them or not. That paperwork alone will still cause an energetic tie or a cord to be there. Not even the kids can cause you to have a cord or connection to that person. But however, them still having that type of documentation, it can still create an energetic cord for them to still try to do binding spells. They can still do manipulation and certain type of things towards you. But however, when you wake up to it and realize like, hey, is this person doing something towards it? And you realize that you will, all the energies, right? So say for instance, if I had any person I left in 2019, right? So anyone that I could have dealt with from 2020 onward, I would have been like, say if I had to go get readings or whatever the case may be, it would cause complete confusion. And I would be thinking that is any of the people that I'm dealing with from 2020 onward with the energies, it will be so mixed and you won't ever be sure of who is actually manipulating the situation. So say if those people was also, you know, into spirituality and they was doing readings, they're going to think it's you. doing that to them, and it's not. It's the person who, if you never got the divorce or something like that, it's whoever you still have that marriage tied to that's going to actually cause the confusion in any reading that you're going to get, until you realize, like, wait a minute, excuse me, that, like I'm saying, I'm clearing out the air for you to clear it out, so you know what's going on, because it's clearly saying negative cords are now cut and done. So if you had a tie to this ex-husband and they was doing or ex-husband, ex-wife, or whoever, and you made that conscious decision or physical decision, and you went to that court to fill out the fucking paperwork for a divorce to go on or something like that, that's where you're starting to get the clarity, like, oh, this person really didn't do anything, or they had this going on and this is what I have going on. You see what I'm saying? So for somebody, like, even if it was you were meant to be with somebody else, it's still going to be chaos. So whoever in the situation, regardless if that person wake up before you or you wake up before the other person, guess what? If that person's folks or whoever they do it start throwing chaos with them, that person will be easily manipulated in that situation and not going to be able to see it, and it's gonna cause them to be blind to that y'all actually supposed to be together, because guess what? The ties, the energetic, and it's going to cause them to think that, hey, this person is doing this person is doing that, and you're not. And that's going to cause, like, whoever is the stronger one is going to be able to be like, oh shit, this is happening. That's why, like, when I used to date people, that's why when I did my divorce, I'm thinking that shit was done, whatever, I'm getting my papers. And then once I found out that they do some fuck shit at the courthouse, at the Ninth Circuit Courthouse in Orange County, child, that's when I knew. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers playing in the energy, and they get to play with it really hard. Also, for somebody with it saying, like, you could be from United Kingdom, Ireland, whatever, your aunt, your grandma, and your foster or fake adopted parents, because for somebody, my shit says Sheila and Patrick aren't your real parents, okay? These people, for somebody, it's your fucking parents too. A parent, an aunt, and a fucking grandma that did, like, some chaos and confusion to also cause separation. So if you ain't ever had it how I had to have it, any fucking relationship, if they ever felt that and they knew these people had genuine love for me, genuine respect for me, wanted to fuck with me, they would literally do magic, not only on me, not only on the relationship, not only on that person, they would do it on their family, to make sure that those people will look at you or look at, whoever you are or myself, as if, like, they're not lovable, they're this, they're that, right? So of course it's going to be easy to feed them whatever to cause them to be like, oh, they're no good for you and you're actually really good. But considering them being able to do what it is that they did and manipulate it, there you go. From some of you, depending on it, what kind of where you come from, these will be people that, say for instance, I can assume that I'm black all day, right? But unbeknownst to you, you come from, like, the Middle East or some weird shit, randomly, or you come from the, Trinidad or some shit like that. You never knew that because they kind of washed away the memory of you knowing that. And guess who they were using to do the magic over you or the chaos or be able to control your psychological? That person could be from the Caribbean somewhere, right? So for someone, you got to be super mindful of that, like start sorting for the proper answers so you can know exactly how they did it, and that will allow you to go ahead and reverse everything that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Where they wanted you to face judgment, you figuring out the key clues of how they did it and why they did it and what's going on will allow you to go ahead and get, like, an advancement and get overpowerment over there, meaning you'll get your power back, and where you was facing judgment, now they're going to face their fucking judgment finally. You know what I'm saying? For somebody, it's been fucking 21 years that these motherfuckers was due for some judgment. Some of them 19, other of them about 30 years. These also would be people that if you had children and they knew that the children carried particular qualities, say, for me, my oldest, she looked like me, but her fucking thought process and shit is like her daddy. And with her being like their daddy, he lied, scam. That's all the fuck he knew was lying and scamming, okay? He didn't want to do shit else for himself, but that's what he knew. So guess what? In that sense, even though that child will carry some qualities of you, that child will, when magic and all this is added in, that can cause it to amp up that child to start being karmic against you, like causing you problems, going against you, willing to even unalive you, because guess what? They were able to manipulate that situation in that way. And when you got hateful ass people like this, they willing to go that fucking far. That's how it goes. But for somebody, negative cords are now cut and done. So any kind of ties where they trying to manipulate you, say if you, like for me, I just had to let that shit go. I want my peace. Y'all gonna do what you gonna do what you feel. Shit, I need my motherfucking peace. If the feds can come in right in time to rescue them kids, by all means, cool. If they can't, they can't. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna trip either way, but either way, in the midst of this, I'm gonna take the chance and opportunity to heal. You know what I'm saying? Take that chance and opportunity to heal fully, you know, if you're capable of doing so, okay? Don't allow that shit to try to take over you. Someone, you got so much good sportsmanship in this situation that even if these motherfuckers still trying to go hard in the paint in it, the way that you are able to look at the situation and insert yourself in the situation is so fucking constructive that even if they try to say that you're destructive and all this other shit, the right fucking people watching that got actual logic is capable of seeing that, like, this person has, you know, logic behind what it is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Even if they wanted to try psychological, mental, all this shit, it will fail every time. And those who's doing it in an attempt to go ahead and utilize that, it's going to cause them to go through that. And anybody in agreement with those people, they're going to suffer just as much as them because they were amplifying it. Just like whoever they paid this Hispanic light-skinned woman to do this voodoo work, this Hispanic female with political ties stay in the police, they gonna suffer the same shit that they were attempting to make sure you were targeting. So now they ask us for to be targeted in the worst way. I feel like for this one, for me and my situation, was the whole situation for fucking Puerto Rico, which they felt that it was cool to do this, which me seeing now was my aunt, because she would utilize Yvonne and Rachel and them. That's why I used to pay attention to all who she would start making friends with. I remember it was way back in the day, I think her name was like Keela or something like that. I think she was either Jamaican. And then when she got friends, when Shane became friends with Stacey Barnes and then his wife Shamika, that her folks was from like Trinidad or Guyana or some shit like that. And guess what? Utilize them. Like, yeah, what y'all know about it? And of course, you know, the mama knew more about it than anything. Kamaya John and them. Yeah, but for somebody just as gonna be served, and I feel like whoever it is, this Hispanic female with the political ties, state ties, and police ties, that they like, damn, what the fuck did we, why did we even get involved in this shit? Because it was a family matter, but then at the same time, shit, this political person who took fucking advantage of it and felt it was okay. Now it's like, shit, it's too late for you to fucking apologize. Because for me, honestly, fuck all y'all fucking apologies. You took this shit too far. Too motherfucking far. Y'all took that shit too far. But regardless, for somebody, like I said, in two instances, you had like, for somebody, by the grace of God and how much you may have been protected and just praying for justice, because prayer for justice and peace legally and in the street has exposed so much more publicly than they can even imagine. So all that evil and hate that they've thrown towards you has caused you to reclaim your time. It has caused you to reclaim energy, space, your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual. For somebody, this is clearing out so fucking much that, say God forbid that you had, like, say you had multi-millions unbeknownst to you. Guess what? All that millions that whoever this person is that's tried to sign it over and did illegal shit with the documents to keep that money hidden from you, go ahead and multiply that by however many people, especially if they had ties politically to the state or the police. Go ahead and multiply whatever the fuck it is that they already stole, multiply that by every individual who participated in this shit. Meaning, however much money you had stowed away, I'm seeing that the FBI and feds and the government who's finally fucking paying attention and they know it ain't a game no more, they're realizing and basically I'm getting someone may not even have to step foot in this fucking courtroom. And if you do, it's basically when they doing this, it's going to be by surprise. I'm getting even say it's time for a break in the case, right? And they got to go on break. I'm getting as far as whenever this happened and you don't know and they don't know. Well, they do know, but it's like the discussion of the situation is I'm getting as far as the big boys, the ones that got power over them. So meaning for somebody, you could be even escorted by the fucking White House or by fucking Secret Service due to the simple fact of what you know and what you know you are able to point out that you are like basically the star witness because you may have been the star main target of a lot of the abuse than the other 21 people that could have been involved. So you may have been like the main start of it and how much that you did that. I'm getting somebody is looking over documents, records, videos, and they're startled. Like, whoa, like you took a butt at this. Even if for somebody, you could have ended up on the black web, they could have put this shit on Twitter, they could have put this on adult site. And I'm getting someone seeing the situation like, whoa, like, taking shit too far. This Hispanic lady, female with political ties to the state and the police, fully aware. She was fully aware of this shit. This is why she's getting charged just as hard as your family and relatives. It's just as bad as if she fucking did it on her own. But the fact that you turned your cheek, and then not to mention you signed off on fucking documents as if it's not fucking happening, and then you chose not to fucking step in and say, hey, that's too far. I'm getting as far as this person even participated with real estate, participated in knowing that you were being poisoned, participated in knowing that they were planning to and plotting to do something to you if you was going from another country coming to the States or something like that. For somebody you could have, you were supposed to go to the United Kingdom, Ireland or something like that. And they blocked all of this knowing this shit was happening. So meaning that means they could have tapped your phone, hacked your emails, text messages, phone calls, rerouting it. I got proof of all my shit that they did all of that. So that was the main source of them, like I said, FBI watching and monitoring, seeing that they were trying to go into your phone and delete, videos, delete text messages and stuff like that. Like say if you went, you had a conversation with someone, they seen that, you had AT&T or you had T-Mobile, they seeing that they going in the back of the system, hiring like people from like high, cybersecurity jobs, IT, data analysis, to try to go into the cloud to delete all this shit that they participated in, and taking out your messages, rerouting your calls, tapping into the calls where you're trying to call and make appointments and shit. They got proof of this, because I'm telling you, somebody from this higher up is so fucking baffled. It's like, how these other people are like, how did I just not look past this? I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, how some people will take some shit far, but I'm seeing somebody like, I didn't expect for this person to take something that far and then turn they look. It's just like, it's not a good look, right? But, forget, but, it may not exist, but it's personal injury, you know what I'm saying? And whoever this person with this political ties, states and police, now it's like, okay, I want to do the right thing. No, they must have told your ass how much time you want to get. This is like her wanting to come in and be like, all right, cool. But the reason being why she got no choice but to do this for somebody, it's more people coming forward than they realize. So in this situation, for somebody, like I said, when Oklahoma came out for me, and I'm saying Chestnuts folks, even though she probably wasn't close to her people, like I said, upon them finding so much stuff, this family who found some stuff on me as a child and them turning it into the FBI, they're going to be under coverage and stuff like that, meaning they going to watch these people or relatives go back to the state and communicating with people, and they trying to figure out, like, they trying to over their ear hustle, like, what you know, trying to rub shoulders with people. That's why I'm hoping that anybody from fucking Oklahoma, Lawton, or the city down to Texas, you might want to quit fucking rubbing elbows. But if you choose, the choice is yours. Somebody with black hair, or someone trying to dye their hair back to black or something. Somebody name could be Amy. Somebody could be from Brazil or South America. Mm-mm. This is also saying that this lady, this Hispanic lady with this political ties, means like she could be a judge or a lawyer. If not, she could work for like commissioner, senate, or for the mayor, right? Also, she could work for like veterans affairs or close to the military, right? She also went into ties when she got the information from these people to like help target you, and they found good reason to do so. They worked with this person, which is seeming like another female from either Brazil or South America, to be involved. But I'm also seeing that this person, these people from Brazil or South America, is trying to cut ties with these folks because they traced some crypto and some cash between them. Some crypto and some cash has been traced between these folks. You gotta understand, it's gonna be found regardless. Ain't shit to be hidden. We are in the world of fucking digital stuff. And then you decide to use crypto. Crypto is a digital footprint. But this is also giving who this female that's political, state police, aka judge or lawyer, they done went back and tracked back on this motherfucker for like, they could be did this for like the last 11 to 31 years. And somebody went back, like, I feel like, I'm gonna say like 2001. Something stuck out really like a sore thumb. 2023, 2021, 2015, 2008 or 9, and 2021. I mean, well, 2021, shit. I feel like the 2021 case stuck out really bad for whoever this judge or lawyer is, this Hispanic one that had ties with this Brazilian, South American people. Oh, and she also had ties to some females that work on a military base and some affiliates. That's a cause of concern. I feel like this was so concerning that they just had no choice but to like watch their ass. Not to mention, so she also had some ties with someone that could work for like a Planned Parenthood or the health department. That's crazy. They did something with a travel agency from nurses that had ties to Minnesota. Also like child care behavior, so like what you call it, ABA. So psychologists, so traveling doctors or telehealth doctors. Yep. A female sent that person. Yep, sure did. To go ahead and collect some information or somebody's name from Sheridan or Sharon. Someone's name could be Sharon. Shanice. Sharon, Shanice, Shannon. They also had ties to the police, so it was like, okay, look, I'm gonna send you in from here, and then I'm gonna make sure we send you via a traveling agency. And they got some of these people to travel from Puerto Rico. And at a time, if you went on like certain websites, Indeed, LinkedIn, where they were sending like nurses, doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, and stuff like that, people in the medical field, that they were sending from Puerto Rico, where they were also offering them to work at Homeland Security or the border, to work at the border. And they was offering a lot of jobs over there in Minnesota, New Mexico, Arizona and shit, but most of them were coming to Florida first because, you know, that's the closest way to come in. And then they would send them to like New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, but not in New York City. It'll be like Watertown or something like that. But this female sent them in that, you know, had the affiliates with the military base. So she has more friends that work for the National Guard or AGR, active guard, you know, military and stuff like that. This is also someone that knew some people from Brazil or South America to set up something to cause some confusion. They were sending in men from Brazil. Now, most of the men from Brazil that want to be transsexuals and shit, most of them come from fucking Brazil or South America. Like, the surgery be immaculate. The only way that you end up figuring out that it's a man, you be looking at their hands and their motherfucking feet. You know what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers ain't trying to get all that extra surgery. Or some of them still tucking so good until it's time for them to get in the bedroom. And she utilized that for, like, if she had men in this, she would get these men that would come from a prison that she knew had ties to this health department, or she knew that they had, like, were on the verge of having, like, syphilis, hepatitis, HIV, herpes, whatever. That was her go-to to blackmail them to go ahead to help them do this targeted situation, to help this family to gain some money for her to, you know, sign off on these cases with these people. Because for somebody, this Hispanic female that's a judge or a lawyer or something like that, this aunt or uncle or grandparent could have known them, as well as being tied in with, like, ex-family. Like, if your ex had ties to military as well, they were all working together to go ahead and make it happen. These two, like, for me, Sheila and Patrick, have more ties to the underworld with, you know, other people to be able to make those streams for the people that they knew they can groom and stuff like that. So people that they knew who was still in that process of grooming and want to make that fast money, you know, scamming and shit like that. This is where they was getting at, where they can pull people's social security cards and information and giving them your information to go to different countries and stuff like that to do, you know, cards, traveling. Most of them, they would try to do it in the state or whatever country you were in. For somebody, they still trying to send some people to you. Stay to yourself, pursue not nobody. Because in this situation, if you ain't got your money, you ain't got no court documents, you ain't set your foot in a fucking courthouse, don't entertain nobody. Like, for me, I don't like nobody. I really fucking don't. But I'm going to always be happy and smile by my goddamn self. Okay? But stay to yourself. Pursue no one. Observe at this time. The same way they fucking observing you, because most of them, they can't make a move until you make a move. Because they realizing, like, shit, they going to know that we're doing this. So I'm trying to figure out what's their next move. What they going to do. What they going to say. Someone is banking on you to overshare on particular strategies so they could be able, like, this is like someone that just keep trying to counteract this shit, but it's getting to a point like their counteracting skills is not good. This is even them having to go to somebody on the military that do like intelligence or counteracted tactics, or have ties to doing like military. So if they went to like Afghanistan, Iraq or something like that, and it's like, okay, well, how would y'all have handled this? And how would you have did this type of attack? And like I said, and some of these people that they sending in who still got certain like clearances, unbeknownst to her dumb ass, that like with the FBI being on this shit and being part of the government, you gotta understand they're federal, baby. They owe you no motherfucking loyalty. You just feeling it's a fucking favor. Okay, this is not John Richard type shit, honey. This shit goes way deeper than the fucking pay grade and what the fuck she can fucking afford, whether she a judge or not. But she's basically trying to utilize them to like pick their brain and figure out how much she can get out of this situation, to figure out what kind of way of who you are, how you come, and what's your strategy, what's your tactic, or you know, trying to test the theory type thing. They come to you or ignore them. There's no spinning the block. They showed you who they want. So this is like hoping that they can do readings and say if it was somebody you let go recently, they're hoping to play on this person's top, right? And still keeping whatever kind of lifestyle they got going to come back in to play more of an emotional game. And then it's like gain your trust and then try to break your heart intentionally. So that's the intent. But for somebody, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to speak on it because it's like somebody, they mad as fuck because it's like, how the fuck you know that? Bitch, it don't take a fucking rocket science to know that. Even if a person, if you still got love, reason, you fucking try it. All you need is fucking love. The Beatles said it a long time ago. Your bitch ass was born in the motherfucking 60s. You should have known better. Shit, I ain't no motherfucking flower child, but hell. Go hug the tree, bitch. But this is a bitch that's really just adamant about like, okay, well, if she still love him, we fit to go talk to whoever that person is and go talk to their family and they folks, and then we're gonna go convince him and whoever he got involved in his world, and we're gonna convince him to try to make it feel comfortable for them. Also, if it was people that you work with and they felt that you felt comfortable and safe with them, they would utilize them to try to send you like messages to try to, okay, where you at, where you living at, you know, can we meet up for dinner, you know, you want to go out to eat, we in your city, we in your town, you want to come hang out, like dumb shit like that. Like for somebody, like it's a no. Okay, it's a no. I mean, if you do, I mean, shit, utilize that shit to your benefit. What the fuck do they want? Most of the time, shit, they probably drink, you don't. So with you not drinking, shit, you still got a benefit. If you don't do drugs, you definitely got a fucking benefit in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So this is like someone hoping that they can drag you back in. Like it say, if you stop doing something, you don't do pills, you don't, you know, do weed or nothing like that. This is a person hoping that they can get somebody to like convince you to go back to doing it again or something like that. This is even someone going as far as like say if you went to psychology or psychiatrist to get the psychiatrist to be like to play this game with you, to play reverse psychology with you and be like, oh, you know, well, I noticed that when you were on this, and they're gonna try to put up a post like, oh, you know, the government is gonna try to figure out FDA approval, you know, for veterans or, you know, whatever your job is, that, you know, marijuana is cool long as you got this type of shit. Like this is how far this bitch is willing to go with it, because with them working with this family, it's a lot to lose in this. Let's just say that. This person alone off their ass doing this, and she knew what would come with it, but it's like, well, shit, I'm accustomed to doing this. I've been doing this shit for over 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And shit, we've been benefiting for this, you know, for the last 20 years, 14 years. So we can keep it going since we already had them under our work and our spells and shit. And somebody realizing like, nah, nah. But like I said, stay to yourself. If that person come back, I don't give a fuck how much you love that motherfucking shit. If you gonna lay up with them, send their ass on, shit, break their heart at the same time while you at it. Cause that's the intent for that person to come do. I'm seeing these motherfuckers willing to go as far as like pay them so fucking much. Like, I'll keep this coming back to you or whatever. And if you got this going on, we're gonna help you make sure, like, say if they had court cases and shit like that, this is a motherfucker willing to go call these other courts to make sure that this person could be able to do what they need them to do. AKA cause emotional, psychological, because they know if they get you in an emotional, psychological space, this is their benefit to utilize your real birth chart or astrology or hoodoo voodoo to take control over you mentally, psychologically, and emotionally. And if they can do that, they need you to have some sort of erratic behavior so they can still keep the constant gaslighting or stonewalling you, trying to gray wall you, keep quiet, or they'll keep sending people in, and let's just say you winning, right? You doing your damn thing. They can tell you doing your shit, but they'll pull this somewhere, like say for me, like I said, I need my license from these motherfuckers. Don't make sure you don't send no email back to them. Don't respond to them. The fuck? Now at that point, you know it's a fucking game. You know what I mean? And then it's like finally they'll send it to be like, see, we wish. That's the hope to create a psychological or cognitive dissonance. Like you don't believe what you saying, you saying. Does that make sense? So like say if you speaking up about it, right? They want to play this game like, are they confident with what they saying? Are they sure? And this is like someone hoping that they can, that's they leeway in to go ahead and take advantage of it to create a cognitive dissonance of you not believing what it is that you're doing, okay? For someone in this situation, regardless, good officials currently paying fucking real close attention, okay? For someone, if it was an issue where they cause intentional abortions, like it was a violation to your fucking rights, your body and everything, they're paying close attention. For somebody, if it was, you had issues with lab works, pharmacy, urology, it don't matter, whatever type of issue you had, ultrasounds, you name it, they watching this shit come in. So meaning regardless of what hospital you go to, whatever location, like you ain't somewhere that they don't know where you at. Let me make that very, very fucking clear. You're not nowhere where they do not know where the fuck you at. Meaning eyes is on you because to 13 people, y'all are like the key to solving something so fucking big that when I say that when this shit crash and burn, ooh, listen, the roof is on fire. Them motherfuckers there ain't no water gonna put this shit out type shit. Like, this is like eating some spicy food and your asshole can't take the burn of how spicy the shit was, okay? But all these people, or any person who was involved in targeting you, psychologically abusing, for somebody, like, every right that you're supposed to have as just being a fucking human being was violated. Your finances, your psyche, so meaning they were causing intentional emotional abuse, mental abuse, financial abuse, shit, all type of abuse that you can have, you suffer. And this fucking female who was the cause of allowing this shit to go on, she's gonna take the bigger half of it. Shit, if there were men involved, shit, they gonna take it. If they work very close to hand in hand, they getting it. For somebody, your family gonna take the biggest part of it. And every single last one of them are under investigation. Someone could have literally sent in somebody from Ireland. For somebody, if you still have ties to an ex-husband, them and their family is under heavy investigation with every tie that they have. If they had ties or communication with your family, parents, children, money, you name it, all of that is under investigation. But this Hispanic female with political ties, this judge, lawyer, or whoever she is, Senate, she fit to get it bad. She fit to get it real bad. They were hoping that they can prolong this all the way through like May or June. Also, they was hoping to like send this person in because it's like, well, we can pursue this case in May or June, and then we can go ahead and like they trying to extend it. But I feel like the longer they keep it extended, it shit, all they giving these people just more and more evidence to just nail their ass to the fucking cross. Do you hear me? In the worst way. Ooh-wee. So this Hispanic woman, right? This military person, the person they paid via crypto and cash in Brazil, right? Also someone's parents. They tied them to someone in Morocco. Okay, this person is tied to some folks in Morocco, which is given more so that this is either money laundering, crypto, false businesses, what else is called? Hacking, computer hacking. Okay, so this may have been her way to not utilize the people they have here in the States, or somebody must have like be here on like student visas or something of that sort. She and this Brazilian person and your parents or your family utilize this person to try to go behind them to delete certain evidence, okay? Ooh, this shit is a cutter. You wanna know what's fucking crazy? I feel like this motherfucker is like, whoever they hired, like they doing certain things, they ain't doing everything. They also, this person doing this, okay, with this Morocco ties, Hispanic ties and shit like that, Ireland, so there could be some Caucasian people involved and somebody ex-spouse and their whole family and your aunt. So it's your ex-spouse, aunt, some Caucasian folks, some parents, and a judge, lawyer, and a military group, and somebody from Brazil and Central America. They were caught with movement of records, and they had the approval, political, state, and police. This is the only person on here on this board with this, outside of this female that work on a military base with affiliate, have proof of someone moving of records with the government involved to Colorado, Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. So with them catching this, I'm telling you, somebody getting immunity because they also giving up how they strategically doing something else, okay? You hear this grown ass woman? This is an old lady up here doing that shit. You can hear her, right? Somebody at 304, trans, black, They was also hired from your black, I said from your black side. So somebody black side of your family. Or somebody could have hired someone that could be from like Ireland and something like that. So this is all in, right? Say if there were people who come in, this is also somebody that hired this person for somebody. This is even her friend's son. Like for me, I don't know if the kids or the cars. I don't know which one it is, but Natasha Malone, her son was like, I'm bisexual. I remember 2014, James hopped on that shit. I was like, that boy is barely fucking 18 and you doing that shit. But they also, this person is also snitching on these folks because it's like, what the fuck you got me involved in? But they also use this person with this husband, like say if it was somebody else and they knew the person had like a weakness or was, came from jail or something like that, this is who they went in to go ahead and try to blackmail in this situation. Like I said, it was either a person that, exchanged for money, and they use a Brazilian Central American one for exchange of money to blackmail these people. So like if you had a person that you was interested in and they felt that they can get this person attention to move them away from you, this is who's involved in this, okay? So this political figure for somebody, if that other person who was involved with, their grandma and the auntie knew about it. This is like a whole fucking setup in the worst way, but wasn't nobody supposed to figure out how they did it. Yep, for somebody, your parents and this ex-spouse, with the help of this judge and lawyer, currently, like as I speak right now, current illegal security surveillance as we speak. This is also someone trying to hide the fact that whoever she is, it's a Minnesota number. So if you're trying to track this heifer who's sending these people in, it's a Minnesota number or a Minnesota tie. They may also be using like a WhatsApp or what's the other one? KAKOO or a second number, text now. And it's a South America or a Brazilian code. I'm also getting Puerto Rico. Someone could have dreads in this situation. Dread. So this other Spanish lady rocking, and this person that's a dreadhead as well. Oh, I feel like this last time that she sent this money in, this person, Morocco, this dreadhead, some siblings, and this last person, also the parent in this political ties state and police, this Hispanic female right here, and this Brazilian person currently being investigated. They watching asses. I'm hearing shit. You fart wrong. Take the wrong type of shit. They need it. I need you to do this shit. Francis, someone's name could be that. Someone from Puerto Rico is trying to go off to France, Minnesota. Aunt, they could work for like a health department or some kind of department. They could work for the state or something like that. Also, one of these people are hiding the fact that definitely a female, that they could be married, but they sleep with the same sex. So they've been cheating on the husband, but I don't know if the husband know it or not. A masculine and feminine energy. Also, shit, they both bisexual. A cover is a cover, right? But also, like I said, regardless, for somebody, it's like, in this situation, damn, I feel like if somebody else's family got involved in this, right, it caused them to get under investigation. So where they were also investigating you, it's causing like a whole family and a whole group. If somebody is a particular nationality, Brazilian, South America, Puerto Rican, they watching the fuck out of them in the worst way. Oh, you got an informant on the board, but I'm not for to give away their identity. I'm not for to give away their identity. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 undercovers. They don't know who they are, and I'm not going to give their identity away, and I'm not going to give their gender away. Nope. But I will say, whoever this group effort is, the want to be the original Destiny Child quartet group, the group before, a Virgo, Aquarius, Cancer, and Leo, okay? They could have did this September, January, February, July, August, July 23rd, September 4th, or February 11th to be exact. This political figure, like I'm telling you, shit, her shit go all the way back to 1997. She might even have had kids around between 97 and 2006. Also, this female affiliate or has ties with the military or embassy ties, trying to gossip about someone's breakup. They also have this Brazilian person could have had ties with somebody out in Texas. Okay, they may have known somebody since 1990. Also, they could have known someone between 1997 and 2006 and met them to go ahead and come into an alliance to do this. 1980, 1990. Also, someone could have gave birth or had kids or was born around 1980, 1990 and was born in Minnesota. But they always had ties to like some sort of health department. Someone can have curly hair or someone could be wearing some sort of curly hair wig that they need to be looking into. Someone recently could have just bought one or is wearing this. Oh, okay. Tracking. I'm tracking. Ooh, and out of these people, out of this group, they caught doing something with a child, trying to make a child do something again and again, which is also for to get them caught up in like trafficking, soliciting. God forbid that this person is under the age of 19 and they got some kind of STD or something like that. Say that they do. This will cause these people to get life. These motherfuckers with the face judgment in the worst way. This is also someone to be like, oh, I know how to do this. The only thing this motherfucker know is the dark. They keep trying to swear up and down like, I'm of the light. Oh, I love Jesus. I love the Lord. Bitch, your ass is the fucking devil itself. If we had to go live in hell, you looking at motherfucking hell. Or whoever the fuck these people are. But they currently, the ones that set up this illegal surveillance and was okay with doing all this shit, those are the motherfuckers. But like I said, for somebody with stress, a Virgo in particularly is getting looked at in a worse way. I'm also seeing a Virgo. Who is this person? This person could have ties with the government and could have recently got questioned by the FBI. It's a man. And I'm seeing this man like you can hear a pin drop for whatever information or folder or confirmation this man just recently got. And then they may have, damn, they just watched this person do some kind of money transaction. They was watching every bit of it. They did this in March and they offered to try to do it again in July. Like you'll get the next one in June or you'll get the next one in July. They may have started paying this person around October. Someone's like, I want to surrender this shit, bro. This is getting too deep for me. I'm hearing in too deep. Someone could be an undercover and they wasn't expecting all this shit to go there. That's why, like, even when you go undercover, you gotta be fucking careful. Don't get too involved in this shit. You can't always get yourself too involved. Do it so it fuck you up every time. Somebody fit to turn on a female. Somebody fit to turn on a female in the worst way. I'm feeling like a spouse fit to flip on their wife. A husband fit to tell on a wife. Hopefully it ain't no sham contract type marriage, because I feel like a motherfucker do not mind. I don't know which one of y'all motherfuckers is still married or some shit, but somebody fit to give y'all asses the fuck up. And this is in the midst, I feel like they're going to give them up because of what kind of attack that they did. Are we closing this one out? We closing this one out. We got to close this one out. All right, see y'all in the next one.